Our chest-supported incline dumbbell shrugs are a great strength move for the traps and the rear portion of our shoulders here. Those traps are those muscles connecting those shoulder blades up to the base of the skull here. For this one, we're going to want to bench, and we're going to want to adjust it up to about a 45 or just slightly higher. We're using our Reebok bench here. If you're using that Reebok bench, we're in setting number 2 on that Reebok bench. We're going to grab those weights and sit down facing that bench. We're going to lean our chest up against that bench so it's supported. Dumbbells are hanging directly below those shoulders. We're going to keep those arms fairly straight as we shrug those shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze, and then control them back on down. Again, shrug up towards the ears and squeeze, and then control back down. This slight incline is involving the traps, but it's also getting the rear of the shoulders and a little bit of that upper back involved in this movement as well. Key things to remember on this one, just like for our normal shrugs, is we're not pulling with the biceps. Those arms are staying straight. We're not bending those arms like a row as we pull on up. We're keeping those arms stationary and instead focusing on using those traps to shrug those shoulders up towards the ears. Another big thing to remember here with an incline exercise where you're doing a chest supported move is you want to keep the chest against that bench throughout that entire movement. Especially if you're using heavier weights, you're going to be tempted to kind of rock like this off of that bench to help get momentum to get it up into place. That is showing you have too much weight for this exercise. Keep that chest against that bench and keep that torso stationary. Last key thing to remember here is we want to focus on control on this exercise. Anytime we're using traps is going to be similar to like we're using abs in. You want to slow it down a little bit and really focus on the muscles that we are using. If you get out of control on traps, you can start engaging other muscles up here in your neck, and it's easy to tweak your neck. So slow it down. We want to be safe on this movement, and we want to focus on those muscles we're actually trying to work. So get into place here. Control that weight on up. Squeeze at the top, and then resist that downward movement. Get that stretch as you're coming down, and then get that full contraction and squeeze at the top. Don't just try to power through them as quick as you can. Slow it down. You'll get better activation in your traps, and you'll get a better burn for this exercise. So start light, get used to that movement, and then start bumping up in weights from there. Traps are a stronger muscle group, so typically you're going to be able to do a little bit more weight on these than you would for things like bicep curls and chest presses and stuff like that.